say some days you're gonna win. They say some days you're gonna lose. I tell you, I got news for you. You're losing all the time, you never win. No. If you believe that's how it's gonna be, I better put you down. Get up, you take your up and come down on the ground. You gotta save me now. You better turn around. And I looked around. I was heading down. Oh, somebody throw me down the line. This is some days you gotta give. This is some days you gotta take. That's the way it's gotta be. Roll it over and you will see.
Good morning, my friends. Wednesday morning, hitting us on the nose, the 9th day of July, 9:04. That's the time. It's our daily show right here on Roku TV. Anywhere you listen to this podcast later on throughout the day and on RiverBender.com. We got a great show for all of you. Talking to Trinity's Way in a couple of minutes, about 16 minutes, but who's counting? We're going to learn more about the upcoming River Festival and then just so much more with the great group. 1010, Lacy McDonald joins us. 100 years ago with Lacy, we'll be exploring some headlines from 1925 and taking a trip back in the old time machine and having fun with that. And then at 10:30, the Kurt Allen Band is going to join me via Zoom to share us on their journey and upcoming shows, including a stop in Grafton, what's next for the group, and so much more. It's all ahead on the show. I hope you hang out with us. But at 9:04, here's what you need to know. Make sure you sign up for that daily email update. You'll join myself and well over 70,000 people that get an email called Around the Riverbend, filled with your daily dose of everything local, plus with partnerships with the Associated Press, statewide and national news, all at the touch of a button. One's dead and one is injured in a two-vehicle crash near Medora. Here's what we know. That fatal two-vehicle crash did occur near Medora on Monday, involving a box truck and a passenger car on Highway 111 in Macoupin County. Illinois State Police responded to the scene just before 9 a.m. One person was pronounced deceased at the scene while another was taken to a local hospital with injuries. The intersection closed for over 4 hours during the investigation, and it reopened around 1:40 p.m. Authorities have not released the names of those involved and continue to investigate the circumstances surrounding the collision. A tragic utility terrain vehicle accident claimed the life of 14-year-old Brandon Brewer, an upcoming sophomore at Edwardsville High School, early on July the 5th. The crash occurred around 4:22 a.m. at the intersection of Illinois State Route 157 and Maple Road in Madison County. According to the Illinois State Police, the UTV lost control, overturned, and ejected all three occupants. Brewer was pronounced deceased at the scene, while the other two passengers sustained injuries and were hospitalized. Edwardsville High School principal Alex Fox expressed deep sorrow, highlighting Brewer as a beloved student and extended support to the grieving family and school community during this difficult time. Also in the news today, a St. Louis man has been charged with first-degree murder following that fatal Wood River crash. Here's what we know. Miko Martin, 29, from St. Louis, has been charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder after that high-speed police chase on July 3rd ended in a fatal crash that killed an Alton couple, George and Donna Julie, and Martin allegedly disregarded traffic laws and attempted to evade police officers before colliding at the Illinois 143 and Illinois 3 intersection. Additional charges include possession of firearm as a repeat felony offender, unlawful possession of a stolen firearm, reckless homicide, and fleeing from police. Authorities emphasize that Martin poses a significant threat, and a petition to deny his pretrial release has been filed. The investigation is led by the Illinois State Police with local assistance. Authorities have arrested 18-year-old Joshua L. Colley of Alton in connection with that July 4th shooting of 17-year-old Shabrea Hudson, who was fatally shot inside her home on Oakwood Avenue. Golly was taken into custody late Monday without incident, and following that an extensive investigation. He faces multiple charges, including 2 counts of first-degree murder, aggravated discharge of a firearm, and unlawful possession of weapons. Also charged is 23-year-old Morgan Booth with obstructing justice. Police Chief Jarrett Ford extended condolences to the victim's family and praised law enforcement for their swift action. The suspect is being held pending a detainment hearing, with charges all based upon probable cause. Wood River is set to transform its former EnviroTech business park into Hollywood River Studios, an ambitious $50 to $60 million project that was approved by the City Council. The development will feature 6 film and sound production studios designed to attract movie and TV productions, leveraging Illinois' attractive film tax incentives. CEO Chris Breakwell highlighted the creation of several hundred good-paying union jobs, with each production potentially generating 300 to 500 jobs. The project also includes an esports arena inspired by the Wood River High School's program, aiming to integrate virtual reality and technology-driven filmmaking. Groundbreaking planned for January 2026, with production expected to start by early 2027, promising significant economic growth for the region. We'll keep you updated as more details do get revealed ahead of that launch in 2027. Also in the news today, the Madison County Sheriff's Office is collaborating with IDOT, Illinois State Police, and over 200 local law enforcement agencies to intensify speed limit enforcement throughout July 2025. This effort addresses the recent rise in careless and risky driving behaviors. Increased patrols will be active from July the 8th, which started yesterday, through August the 1st, targeting speeding and other traffic violations. Captain TJ Hernandez emphasized that speed limits are legal requirements, they're not suggestions, and highlighting the dangers speeding poses to all motorists. The campaign, titled Speeding Catches Up With You, is funded by federal highway traffic safety funds and grants, and supports IDOT's broader It's Not a Game initiative to save lives on Illinois roads. Finally in the news today, 2 Alton residents, Jashawn McLemore, 19, and Brendan Cepedas, 38, were recently charged with felony offenses, including involving reckless discharge of firearms. McLemore allegedly fired a weapon near Bell Street without a valid FOID card or concealed carry license, endangering nearby residents. Officers collected 26 shell casings at the scene and gathered witness statements, identifying McLemore as the shooter. Separately, Cepedas is accused of firing a 9mm pistol near an individual outside an Alton bar. Poor decisions. He is a convicted felon, prohibited from possessing firearms, and was identified by bar staff from video footage. Both men remain in custody pending court appearances and are presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. That's a look at what's happening around the Riverbend on this Wednesday morning. Let's look at weather. 72 degrees, but man, it still feels muggy out there. Humidity at 98%, and it feels like 87 degrees out there. Today, partly sunny, and it will be humid, and tonight, partly cloudy, and the humidity continues. Air quality right now is around 43. That's good. Grass and mold, ragweed, and tree level and pollen indexes are all in the low category as well today, too. Temperatures will reach about 90 today, drop down to 68 overnight as we head into Thursday. Now on Thursday, there is a chance of thunderstorms. Humid Thursday morning with clouds breaking for some sun. Then that afternoon, tomorrow, a thunderstorm in spots, so something to be mindful of. Like that monsoon that we got yesterday. Man, it was raining. Hey, on Friday, 7-11 day, a high of 92, a low of 71. No rain in the forecast until Friday night, where there could be a thunderstorm in 1 or 2 spots, and those thunderstorms, they're saying, could even bring some hail. On Saturday, 81 degrees for the high, 70 for the low, with thunderstorms predicted throughout the day. And then on Sunday, a high of 90, a low of 68 degrees. That's a look at the next 5 days. Here's what's happening now. It's 72 degrees in downtown Alton. It feels like 87 out there. For time and temperature throughout the day, 618-465-4545. This time powered by Bounce Back Rehab, Recover, Return Home. You can also stay up to date in real time by downloading that RiverBender.com app today. Alrighty. Why don't we do this? We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll talk to Trinity's Way and get the latest, and then get this Wednesday morning moving. But first, let's take a look at downtown Alton. See what we're working with out there. Apparently it looks beautiful. I didn't see the camera before I started the show today, so my first time today to see what Clark Bridge is looking like. Then commercial break, more daily show, all that in that order. You stay there, I'll stay here on RiverBender.com, Roku TV.
Attila Fest is coming to Alton Amphitheater on July 26th. Presented by D. Smith Promotions, hosted by Reason to Doubt Podcast. Don't miss your chance to see Big Boogie and Boozy Badass live on stage with special guests Dirty Mugs, Borderline, Marquise Knox, and NKG Band. For VIP and slots, call Queen at 314-967-8999. Attila Fest. Don't miss it.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone, and over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job, there's nothing holding me back anymore. When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone, and over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job, there's nothing holding me back anymore.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
When you need a project done right, on budget and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small. Commercial, industrial, residential, from room additions and garages to patios, driveways, and more. Gillahan brings quality and experience to every job. Family owned with over 30 years of service to our community. Call today at 618-781-3914 or visit GillahanConcrete.com.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh, made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
Have a rash, pink eye, or urinary tract infection and need care now? OSF On-Call Urgent Care is here to treat you. Start a virtual visit 24/7, whenever and wherever you need it. It's just that easy. osfoncall.org/virtual visit.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Welcome back. 9:18, little bit of change. John, Chris in the studio. Trinity River Festival coming down the pipeline, and man, we're getting close. August 2nd, less than a month away.
Yeah. This year we've actually dropped the river part. It's just Trinity Festival.
I like it.
So, it's one less word to have printed on our T-shirts and banners and stuff. So,
well, and honestly, we were just talking before we came on the air, and it seems like the open mics and everything have been just kicking ass. I mean, and growing and growing. And so, John, how long have you guys been doing this with the group?
Well, let's see. I've been with Trinity since almost the beginning, but as far as the open mic, we've been working now for a year. I think we just had our 1-year anniversary assisting, co-sponsoring the event, and it's growing. We've had a real good time with it, getting a lot of nice folks coming out, and everything from poetry to original music. It's
and one girl comes and she's a local Alton author and writes kind of spooky stories. Sarah Dew.
Oh yeah, she's been on the show. She's cool.
Yeah. She comes and she'll read like excerpts. However you say that word.
Sounded good to me.
Excerpts.
From her readings. I actually bought one of her books. I need to buy more if I ever have money.
Me too.
Well, our next open mic is a week from Friday, the 18th at 6 o'clock at Mavis at Milton Schoolhouse. That's also where we're going to have a Trinity Fest on August 2nd this year.
Well, I'm glad you're bringing it back to Alton a little bit. You know, that's going to be really a good thing, and I think it's going to turn out really big. I think it's going to be a really big day for everybody.
Yeah.
Well, and how'd last year's go?
Well, we were up in Calhoun County, and it went okay. It's just it's quite a drive for people, and people didn't want to take the commitment to take the drive, even though it was a beautiful drive. And I still loved Macaulay Heritage Foundation. It's a good place to go camping. They only have permanent camping, but it's just we wanted to move it back to Alton, so we did.
That's well, I like it.
And we've had such a successful relationship for. We started open mic nights, I think, in our second year or third year. So we've been going to Mavis for at least 5 years now.
Have they? And honestly, it seems like it's been a perfect spot for you guys when it comes to everything. And honestly, you know, it's going to be one of those days where, with the event, are you going to just take over a certain portion of of Milton, or how's that going to look?
We're taking over the warehouse. We're
Okay.
going to have one stage at the warehouse, one stage in the gym. I'm supposed to meet with someone later today about doing something about sound in the gym because the acoustics are lacking. But that is fixable, you know. It's where to hang baffling and acquiring the baffling.
Yeah.
Baffling on the ceiling and a little bit strategic on the back walls, and it'll change the whole dynamic of a room. I don't know if you know too much about live sound, but it's sound is a living thing to me.
Right.
It is to John too, I'm sure.
Well, and honestly, it's one of those where I'm sure that could get tricky too in the gym. It being a little bit hollow and everything, you know, to get that right. So that's going to be
well, yeah, and it surfaces like flat surfaces like glass or flat walls and flat ceilings are just bad. They bounce, the sound bounces everywhere, and then you have sound coming back around and bouncing around, and it just sounds like crap. But if you put baffles in place, it doesn't. And we're going to be looking into that and making everybody sound their greatest.
Well, and that's what I think is really cool is to have all this really fine-tuned effort into this too, because it's not even for like the performers. And John, I'm sure you know this too. Hell, you go to some places and you're just hoping the damn amp plugs in, and it's working today, and it's
Absolutely.
So to have something for the artists to where you guys are kind of going above and beyond to create this really good environment for them to survive, to be successful in. Man, that's a really cool thing too.
Well, music is my first love, so I mean. It's always been there whenever everything else goes away.
Well, and honestly too, it's really just great with what you guys do at this festival to remember Trinity and really just from the open mics throughout the year and Chris, you've been on and spoke about the mission and really why you guys are designed the way you are and the litter pickup campaigns you guys do.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
That's how it all started. Was a cleanup at the caves.
Yeah,
and then I called April. She didn't want to do anything at first. Obviously, she was heartbroken. Her oldest child passed away in a car accident. But we, just went from there. And now it's just like, how long can we keep it going? It'll keep going after me. Luckily, I'm still here. It was touch and go there for a while last year.
Yeah, you were having a tough time.
Yeah, last time you saw me, I about a month after that, me and the Reaper had a nice little dance. So,
well, I'm glad you're doing okay. Number one, and honestly, like you said, this is going to go on for a while. I mean, and it's not going to stop anytime soon. And it's become a place really where because I see the events on Facebook and add them to the calendar and stuff, and especially with open mics to see that it just continues like with the interest level to keep building and to learn more and to be involved with the group. And I think it's really cool to highlight that. And coming up on the second. Why are you not a part of this? So we're going to talk about the details here in a second.
Yeah, why aren't you?
I'm looking at you. I mean, it's a Wednesday morning. What are you doing?
Wednesday morning,
24.
24.
And you guys can be a part of this for $20. I mean, that's a really great ticket price. And take us through the acts and who's going to be a part of this.
We're not going to go into the acts too much. Accidentally on Purpose is there again. And as far as I know, they're the only band that's been there every single Trinity Fest.
That's really cool.
So we're looking forward to them. Psychedelic Symphony is playing.
You guys have been playing everywhere.
We have been. We were lucky this year. Our goal was to get the name of the band out, and we've been able to do that.
I'd say so.
We'd like to take it on the road, though, next year and take what we've built on this year and actually get out and travel around some.
Are you guys playing anywhere leading up to the River Festival? Any spots you want to promote real quick?
Well, every Sunday we're at Shea, Maryland from, say, 5 o'clock till 8 o'clock. And, we're at the Stagger, I think, next week. We've got the open mic next Friday. We're going to be playing at the Mississippi Hippie for a little festival they're throwing later in the month. That's going to be a lot of fun. It's like a Jerry
I like
Garcia
any place
day.
that has Slayer jigsaw puzzles.
Yeah. I love Mississippi. Although both stores are awesome. I mean, Mom said no, Mississippi Hippie both are just fantastic.
Sure.
So, by the way, Shea Maryland, I keep trying to get them on the show. I heard nothing but great things about the reopening.
Fantastic
Have you been there?
food. They've got
I haven't ate there yet.
Oh my God.
I know Rocket the owner. I'm a Wood River guy now, so I've been to Moses Corner many times.
Yeah, he's the
not as much
operator.
as I used to. Ever since I quit drinking, I don't find myself stopping by the liquor store anymore. Crazy.
I know, it's crazy how that works. What else are we going to be is going to be a part of the day at the festival?
We have lots of vendors, and we're actively recruiting vendors now. $40, you come sell your wares all day long.
$40 is great, man.
Yeah.
That's a really affordable price.
And that gets you and your people in the door for free as well. So we have a QR code.
Oh yeah, here I got
you
this.
Can pop up.
Yeah, look at this. See, I'm ready today. I'm prepared. Well, that's the.
I've never been responsible for
look
a
at
QR
this.
code.
Look at that. See, boom, right there on the screen. You got all of that. You scan that right now, and it'll work. Thank you, Chris. And also, wait, there's more. I even have the festival flyer for the vendor information somewhat on the screen. That's pretty impressive for me. Look at that. See, we can fit that just so you can see it all, but we're getting there.
Yeah.
and we'll add the link to everything.
Yeah.
We'll add the
And of
link
course,
to the QR
on
code.
Facebook, Trinity's Way. There's links on there, and also trinitiesway.org. There's no apostrophe in either one of those. It's just TRINTYSWAY. I had to think about that way too long. It's too early. I only had one coffee, CJ.
Well, and if you go to the event page, you can get more details on the event and just some of the other performers that are going to be there, and all the other vendors. Really, is what's going to be really great to see.
And we all have our online pre-ticket sales going on trinitiesway.org right now too.
Look at what I got pulled up to. I am telling you, I am just that good. You go to trinitiesway.org and you click on the Trinity River Festival, click on buy tickets, and it'll scroll you down right here. Quantity, get one and then maybe make a good donation to the group and keep everything going. You guys got a moment to take a quick break with me?
Sure.
$9.20. I got to pay my first bill of the day, truly. It's $9.28, little bit of change. And we'll come back with more of this great conversation after this. You stay there, and I'll be here on Roku TV and RiverBender.com.
Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you on your health and wellness journey. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. Your OSF primary care provider is there for every stage of life. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone, and over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job, there's nothing holding me back anymore.
Attila Fest is coming to Alton Amphitheater on July 26th. Presented by D. Smith Promotions, hosted by Reason to Doubt Podcast. Don't miss your chance to see Big Boogie and Boozy Badass live on stage with special guests Dirty Muggs, Borderline, Marquise Knox, and NKG Band. For VIP and slots, call Queen at 314-967-8999. Attila Fest. Don't miss it.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Shot of tequila, beer on tap, sweet southern woman sit on my lap. G with an O, O with a D, T with an I, and a M and a E, and a good time. Good time. I've been working all weekend, I'm tired, I don't want to sleep, I want to have fun, time for a good time. Oh, turn it up now.
Sorry. Man, I hate a dry return. Hold on, let me play some music. It just doesn't feel the right. Here we go. We'll play some Ramones. All right. Welcome back. 9:31. You can hear this at the Trinity River Festival, or the Trinity Festival now. No river. I'm learning. And Chris, you're going to be taking the stage?
Hey, I do all kinds of stupid crap. I MC the whole thing, so I'll be MCing both stages.
Well, honestly, I love this.
They actually make me work. You know, April, she cracks a whip.
She gets you in line.
She hits me. Don't tell anyone.
She's got you.
Sorry, April.
You guys have a cleanup coming up Sunday, correct?
Sunday, 9 o'clock at the Spectrum. It's in the same strip mall as St. Louis Bread Co.
Oh, God, the Spectrum.
Some people call it Panera. If you call it Panera, you are wrong. It's St. Louis Bread Company.
Exactly right. Thank you very much.
Yes.
See, normally I'm the one that gets. I'm just too tired today to get hot. So I'm really glad you said that. You know, I get so tired of the Panera thing.
Yeah, it's not Panera.
What time does it run until?
11 whenever they're done. I won't be there. It's my mom's 82nd birthday is tomorrow, and
really
we're
cool.
doing a little celebration for her Sunday at the nursing home in which she lives. So
That'll be awesome, man. Congratulations, and hope she has a good birthday. Seriously.
Yeah. Well, I doubt she'll even know it's her birthday, to tell you the truth.
I hate to hear that.
Yeah.
Well,
dementia and Alzheimer's are.
I really hate to hear
cruel.
that. That's awful. You know, John, you were saying too on Sunday you're going to be pretty busy yourself. You're going to be at Shea's.
Yeah, we're going to be at Shea at 1 o'clock. We play there every Sunday, so our normal gig will be at 5 to 8 this Sunday. But we're having a little celebration for a friend of ours, Robert Pilger, Otis. Any of you guys that have ever played in a band with Otis or want to come out and celebrate with us, we'll be there from 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock for that celebration.
So that's going to be really a great time. And kind of just a jam day, or how's that going to lay out?
Pretty much a jam day, yeah. We've got Lyndon Sickmeyer, Nathan Sickmeyer's coming after his day gig, so we'll have some pretty fine musicians
Really
there
cool,
just
too.
jamming a little bit.
I like it, man.
Yeah,
That's going to
played
be
some
fun.
of the old tunes.
And then just hang around from 5 afterwards and watch your guys' normal set.
Hang out with us, maybe have a dinner or something at Shea. The food is awesome.
There you go. Hell, you need to start doing.
I know they used to be known for their martinis.
Yeah, that's
myself,
true.
I don't touch this stuff anymore, but if you're into that sort of thing, why not?
Right not.
Yeah.
You know, I'll take 5.
They've got one of those Bloody Marys
Drink one
that you
for
can
me.
eat. That you can eat from.
Oh,
Now,
yeah. See, those are fun.
See, that's my jam now. I get Virgin Marys. But I get doubles because I want double the horseradish.
Well, and honestly, guys, on August the 2nd, this is going to be really cool. Bands and vendors. How do we become a vendor?
Okay, you go to trinitiesway.org or Trinity's Way on Facebook, and there's also a QR code.
Oh, yeah, that QR code again. Here, I'll find that. Boom.
Wow, it's magic.
I'm telling you, I'm getting good at this job. You can scan that, and we'll link, take the link from the QR code. Oh, my. And we'll take the link from the QR code, and we'll put it in the article on RiverBender.com, and make sure you can sign up. But $40 to be a vendor, and you guys always have a good turnout for this event. Yeah. And this is the 8th year?
Yeah.
Man, that's awesome.
And we're expecting a better turnout than last year. You know, coming back to Alton, it's a big thing for us. So
yeah,
we want to see all our people show up and just have a good time.
It's going to be a great day.
We're going to have a great time.
Yep.
Well, honestly, I'm excited for it. August the 2nd, 12 p.m. to, and it's going to run till when?
It is going to run until midnight.
Midnight, I think.
Man, nice. That's a full day of fun right there for $20.
Until
you
the
can't...
cops come, man.
Well, I will wait to go until later then, so I don't ruin the party for everybody. But you can find out more. This is Trinity's Ways, Trinity Ways website, right here on your screen. All you do is you can scroll down upcoming events, the Trinity River Festival, click buy tickets. It'll take you there, and you can scroll down and click add to cart. Cash only the day of the event, correct?
Yeah. Is there an ATM on premises?
There isn't, as far as I know.
So go stop to the ATM.
Yeah,
beforehand.
stop at the ATM or hit the bank before 5 or before 6 on Friday if you're really old school.
And then Mavis will be serving drinks.
Yeah.
And we got adult.
There's adult concoctions will be served and available. Mavis has their license, so.
And how many vendors do you guys have so far?
I think 15.
Oh, wow.
I think we have a couple of food vendors. Big Boy Barbecue's coming out.
He's always good, man. That's always some good stuff.
Ron and Jimmy Joe have been longtime supporters and good friends of ours. So,
really
plus, I mean, the man makes a good barbecue.
Yes, he does. There's nothing better when I'm stumbling around Bell Street, in 3rd Street, and see the barbecue stand. It's always a good time. But so he'll be there. You have food vendors, makers. There's going to be artists there too.
Yeah,
that's really cool. I see. This is really great. This is going to feature 2 indoor stages and the outdoor courtyard. Correct?
Yeah, we're not doing a stage on the courtyard, but
okay.
One of the stages plays out into it. You're talking about the inside courtyard.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, and of course, kids are always welcome at our events, and there'll be chalk there, and they can make chalk drawings that people will step on and whatever.
And they can spend mom and dad's money on the great vending options that are going to be there. Yeah. It's a pet-friendly event too?
Yeah. Mavis is Milton Schoolhouse is a pet-friendly event. Make sure your pets are friendly, though.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, that's what I was just making sure, because that's what it said on the side. I was just making sure that's where we're going. And then you can follow along on the journey. You can go to Trinity's Way on Facebook or trinitiesway.org to get up-to-date information. The Facebook page is the better option. And you can get tickets leading up to the day of the event. $20 a person for 12 hours of great bands. I mean, this is some really good talent. And what I think's unique right now is, man, Alton's got a really cool thing going on when it comes to music. I mean, it's like a wave right now that's really fun to watch and see these. I mean, everyone's talented.
Right.
And I just think it's cool to showcase that. So, what are your guys' final thoughts on Trinity's Way for right now? We're going to be talking in a couple of weeks again.
Yeah, we're going to be back here before August 2nd anyway, but just check us out. Check out our mission. You had our mission statement up on your screen earlier. But go on our website and look and see what we do. Our money we raise, we've used wisely, I believe, and we spread it over local animal sanctuaries, animal shelters, and we have a good time doing it, and it's all in Trinity's name. That's how this all started, was she couldn't live her own dreams anymore, so we're trying to fulfill them for her.
Well, and you guys are doing a fantastic job of that, seriously. I truly believe so. And John, anything else before I say so long for now?
I just want to say it's a wonderful venue. If you haven't been out to the Milton Schoolhouse yet, you should go out there. There's lots of cool things happening. New tattoo parlor upstairs and so on.
Oh, yeah. And,
I saw
Holy
that.
Land Tattoos. The owners of that are really awesome people.
Got Crane's foosball upstairs. I mean, there's some really cool things happening there. And the venue is going to be awesome for the music, for the event, for Trinity's Way. So come on out.
Man, honestly, that sounds like a great play. I love your shirt. This is the first time I've seen that, and I'm like, this is freaking awesome, man.
I went last week. We went to Willie Nelson concert.
Oh, there you go.
Bob Dylan.
Oh, man.
Trembled with Turtles. And
yeah. I just don't know how those people are even still alive, but whatever.
I do know this. You can see some great music at the Trinity Festival coming up on August.
And before that, you come out next Friday, the 18th, to our open mic night. Starts at 6. Weather permitting, we'll be out on the patio. So grab you a coffee, and they have adult beverages as well. And
get there early to sign up, because the crowd has been growing.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, we fill up pretty quick on the sign up. Sometimes I've seen it fill up before it even starts.
Oh, man.
6, so
that's awesome. What a great problem to have.
And then this Sunday, 9 o'clock at the Spectrum, in the same strip mall as St. Louis Bread Company.
That's right.
It's not Panera, April.
That's little behind the wall action there, behind the scenes. That's going to be at the Spectrum store. 9 a.m. is when the cleanup starts, and just really being a part of Trinity Way's mission. And then that open mic night on the 18th, get there early. Then we'll come back in a couple weeks. We'll talk more about the festival, which is August the 2nd. It starts right around, don't do this, CJ, right around 12 p.m., and then it'll run until 12 a.m., be 12 hours of fun. Tickets, $20. We'll link everything in a write-up on RiverBender.
Right. And we'll be there before noon, too. So
there you go.
We're always, hell, I'll probably be there at 8 or so in the morning myself. You guys don't have to show up. I'm just insane, so.
There you go. We'll see you guys later. And
all right, thank you.
We'll take a quick break. We'll come back.
Thanks for having us, CJ.
Never a problem. We'll take a quick break, and we'll come back.
Oh, congrats on your engagement, man. I've told you
you
personally, and publicly, congratulations.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
I'm surprised you found a woman that'll put up with you.
Me too. Me too. We'll take a quick break, and seriously, thanks, man. I appreciate it. More Daily Show. We'll wrap up the 9 o'clock hour with a little bit more after this.
Attila Fest is coming to Alton Amphitheater on July 26th. Presented by D. Smith Promotions, hosted by Reason to Doubt Podcast. Don't miss your chance to see Big Boogie and Boozy Badass live on stage with special guests Dirty Muggs, Borderline, Marquise Knox, and NKG Band. For VIP and slots, call Queen at 314-967-8999. Attila Fest. Don't miss it.
Village Dispensary has the best deals in Godfrey, Illinois, with specials 5 days a week. Mondays, roll in the week with 20 to 30% off select pre-rolls. Tasty Tuesdays, enjoy 20 to 30% off select edibles. Waxy Wednesdays, enjoy 20 to 30% off select concentrate and vape brands. Thirsty Thursdays, sip and save with 20 to 30% off all drinks. Flower Friday, grab like 3.5 gram flower deals starting at just $20. Village Dispensary, come meet your best buds.
When you need a project done right, on budget, and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small. Commercial, industrial, residential, from room additions and garages to patios, driveways, and more. Gillahan brings quality and experience to every job. Family owned with over 30 years of service to our community. Call today at 618-781-3914 or visit GillahanConcrete.com.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh, made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
No matter the season, played against sports in Edwardsville.
Welcome back, 9:47, a little bit of change. Lacy's going to join us at 10:10, about 13 minutes, but who's counting? No, about 23 minutes, but who's... I didn't go to school for math, so for all of you laughing at me right now, it's completely okay. Hey, wanted to share this with you just because I saw this and thought this was pretty interesting. So, it's been 90 years since Hall of Famer Rabbit Moranville roamed the infield for the Boston Braves. But the Reno Aces may have found his successor. Okay, hear me out. The minor league team had an actual rabbit throw out the ceremonial first pitch Saturday, with some help from a pitching machine, a little bit of help. The rabbit's named Alex the Great. I saw this, and this is just incredible. It's become a bit of a sensation. So he was rescued from a meat farm in California, adopted, a true story there. He's now a certified therapy rabbit who visits hospitals and charity events. So the rabbit also visited the broadcast booth at the game, showed off his lack of appetite. But anyway, I saw this. How crazy is it? They got a rabbit to throw out the first pitch. I don't know why I brought that up. I wanted just to share with you. So before we take a little bit of a pause and wait for Lacy. So, the last couple of days, we've been, kind of filling you in on just how the show's doing. And man, for all of you that watch or listen to the show on Spotify and YouTube Music and your podcast section, Apple Podcasts, thank you so much. We're at the highest rating we've ever been, because I told you I thought maybe 2 days and we kind of drop out and we'd go back to being, where normal regional shows are, and we just aren't, and it's really cool to see the climb. So for all of you that are tuning in regularly and maybe watching more than you ever had or listening more than you ever had, listening is where we get these data's entries from, and it's incredible. We're ranked in 3 countries now in the top charts in Apple, so it's really cool. I mean, honestly, I just don't believe it. I'm seeing it, but it just doesn't calculate with me. So thank you guys for every bit of support and all of that good stuff as we continue our climb. And I just, it could end tomorrow because it's like a Billboard chart, and it could bottom out, like disco did, just boom, one day gone. Who knows? I'm having fun enjoying the ride with all of you, so thank you for being a part of it, and it's really just been a hell of a one. So for all of you, thank you for tuning in and all that good stuff. Hey, we're going to be talking to Lacy in a couple of minutes, having some fun with her in the studio, but I wanted to take you back to this conversation I had with Troy Green, a really good one, and one that you might have missed. So I wanted to take you back to that. I'll see you back live in the studio in about 20 minutes. 9:50, a little bit of change. Here's a great conversation on our daily show. Hello? Okay, there we go. 10:32. I couldn't hear myself. I'm like, what the hell? I have a pretty loud voice. Troy Green in the studio. Gumbo to go. And more. And more. So, number one, let's talk Gumbo to go. How are you guys doing out there?
We're doing great. Moving and grooving. We're very happy to be in the area, still in business, coming up on 3 years now. So
that's wild.
Yeah, it happens quick, but we're very happy to be here. For those of you who don't know our story, we're transplants from Louisiana. I'm from Baton Rouge. Kendra is from Rain, Louisiana. We came together and moved up here after 2016. We had a little flood and kind of had to pack up and move up to Illinois. And since we've been here, it's been nothing but blessings. We got the restaurant going after a lot of trial and error. And like I said, we're coming up on 3 years now in October. So,
well, 3 years, and you're doing pretty well to be able to go back to the first love. You're doing music again, man.
Oh, yes. that's something that's gotten picked up again. My music career is it's back in live again. I'm doing shows. I got several albums coming out. Just did a music video with Megs.
Oh yeah.
So she did a great job on one of my last music videos. Yeah, everything is going great for that. My next show is STL Mini Fest. That's going to be on Broadway Boat Bar in St. Louis. It's got 7 acts. I'm going to be on there doing a great set. For anyone who doesn't know, I've been doing music for a long time, but I'm not really a big promoter on my music end. I'm kind of humble on that end because I'm also the chef at Gumbo to Go. So that tries to typically be my main focus.
Well, you tagged me in this, the post today, and I'm like, what effing show has he got coming up? You never told me this before. This is really cool, man. So what type of music do you make?
So I make pop music, hip hop. I'm a producer. I have my own home studio, so I'm able to do music pretty frequently, and I release music pretty often, but I just don't post very often about it. But now I'm kind of getting my sea legs again for performing. I've done a few out in St. Louis and a few out in Alton this past summer, so I'm looking forward to my SCL show.
I love it, man. I love learning new things about people. Like, this is the coolest damn thing. I would have never thought you were like doing all this. This is awesome.
And I go by my own name. It's Troy Green. So if you ever want to look up any of my music, you can search in any where you stream. It's just Troy Green. My latest album is called Broken Records. I produced it with an Alton producer called DJ Stolly. And we did a 12-track album, got some good music out there. I'm going to be performing some of those at the SCL Mini Fest, and a couple of my old singles that you may have or may not have heard, rather. But it's a lot of good music, a lot of fun music, live energy, pop music.
Hell yeah.
Something that everyone could really get down to. And like I said, we're going to also have Gumbo to Go catering the food, so that's going to be another good draw for you. We're going to have some jambalaya, some nachos, some hamburgers. Good little stuff to keep you going throughout the rest of the acts and have a good time.
This is really cool. How long did it take to put this event together?
It's a festival style event that's done in several cities. So they're coming to SCL. It's a music company called Bridging the Music. That's also where you can get the tickets. bridgingthemusic.com/SCL Minifest. And you'll be able to purchase tickets for just make sure you click my name under the act, Troy Green. And the tickets are $20. If you can't go online, you can reach out to me and I'll get you a ticket for sure.
Really cool. And now what time does it start on the 19th?
All right, so the event starts at 5:30. It's going to be going out till 11 o'clock.
Oh, wow.
It's an 18-plus event, so, no kiddos, but everyone who is of age come out and have a good time. It's going to be pretty good, energetic fun. Like I said, Gumbo to Go is going to be catering as well. And we have lots of food to vend. On that note as well, we're also open to booking for more catering options for the store.
Ask you that, yeah.
We've been taking on a lot of big projects lately. A lot of good catering orders for the Wood River Refinery. We've done a few for Worldwide Technology. We've got a couple of weddings coming up. So
that would be fun.
Even now for the 2026 wedding season, if you're looking to get some booking from us, I suggest you start now because we're starting to actually fill up already.
For next year?
Really awesome. Yep, already.
I'll be damned. Up. That's pretty impressive.
Yep. We have a lot of things planned up. So Mardi Gras season is a big one for us. We're one of the top restaurants for Cajun food in the area. So Mardi Gras comes around, people have already got their king cakes order in for next year. So if you're thinking about that, I would suggest you go ahead and get your order in now and get booked because slots are filling up pretty fast. And we like to take as much as we can, but we got to be reasonable.
Man, this is freaking awesome. Yeah. I mean, I think it's great that people are already, number one, I better start moving for like Mardi Gras next year. But if you're wanting to get married next year and you want Gumbo to Go, you better call today.
Absolutely. And like we said, we're able to, we've done up to 250, 300 people.
Wow.
For those huge refinery orders, some of those Worldwide Technology orders. So we're able to feed a lot of people. Just give the store a call and we can work some numbers with you and make sure we get you booked and and settled in with us.
This is really cool, man. That's a great option. Who wouldn't want gumbo at a wedding? That's actually a hell of an idea.
And it's not just gumbo that we offer. We, you'll able to get jambalaya. Our red beans and rice are a huge seller. People love them. You can get that in bulk size. We do specialty items such as boudin balls. If you ever heard our boudin balls, they're basically a deep fried jambalaya. On the inside, we have melted cheese. It's a delicious product served with remoulade sauce. People get that catered all the time. Our fried shrimp, our po' boys. We have a huge list on our menu of authentic Cajun items that you can choose from. Or if you have an idea, we're open to ideas. We're chefs and we can make it happen as long as it's well within reason. And you give us a good idea of what you would like. We're able to provide that service. We do delivery as well. That's an option.
Wow.
So
I didn't know that. This is really cool. And you know what's funny? I've had guys on the show before. I've eaten there. I literally didn't know about this until a couple of minutes ago.
Yeah. It's all kind of been building on top of each other since we've started this. This was our first business. We've never jumped in this industry before. We've served and we've worked management positions, but we've never been the owners. So we had to take our time to make sure we got everything right, make sure our recipes are right, and make sure that we're consistently doing what we say we do. And now that we feel very comfortable delivering this product, we say, come on, bring it on. Let's take on the numbers now.
Okay, and you're also doing lobster dinner for okay.
Yep, that lobster is available as where
I love
as
this.
You know, with our menu, we do our daily specials.
Yeah.
So that's a little lanyap on top of the daily menu. You get your po' boys, you get your red beans, you get your gumbo, but you also get a daily special that we come up with every single day. Yesterday we had lobster and shrimp tacos.
You missed out. Look at that on the screen. Yeah. Oh my God.
If you missed out yesterday, you can still get some delicious fried chicken pieces. Today we have legs with mac and cheese and jambalaya as a dinner plate served today. That's our daily special. We change it up every single day, so be on the lookout on our Facebook page. If you follow us, you can get all the information on what our daily specials will be.
You know what I like about how you guys do your specials? They're always friggin' creative. It's not one of those copy and paste jobs, and I think it speaks volumes over your guys' number one love for food and your love for, really trying to give something new to your customers each and every day, but just your love of creativity. I mean, that takes a lot to come up with.
It really does. It takes a lot of just shopping ideas, brainstorming, thinking about what we would like to eat every single night. And occasionally, we like to put a twist on things. So you'll get some of these crazy kooky specials that we do that are fun and interesting. Tomorrow, I believe we will be having a donut bread pudding.
Ooh.
And
man, that sounds awesome.
I'm not a huge bread pudding person, but our donut bread pudding changed the game for me. So, like I said, we always have cool, interesting specials, and they pop up every single day. You just got to be on the lookout on our Facebook page. You can follow us at Gumbo2Go, the number 2, and it's spelled Geaux, the Cajun way. So that's our little homage to our Cajun heritage.
It's cool.
If you ever go down to Louisiana, you'll see them say "Go Tigers," spelled Geaux. That's our little homage there.
I love it. And hey, 11 to 7, Monday through Saturday, correct?
11 to 8 p.m. We've extended our hours for summertime. Yeah, so
that's even better.
You're getting even more bonuses from Gumbo to Go. Yeah.
This is so cool. Hey, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back with Troy. I want to talk more about your music career, but this is the question I got to ask before you go to break. How do you guys do your own dinner schedules? Because I would be tired of talking about food pretty quick doing the restaurant stuff.
Honestly, we eat a lot of Gumbo to Go.
Do you really?
The food is so good. I mean, I'm like, well, we'll think for a little bit. We could go out. We could go to this place, but our special today is really awesome. Do you want to get that?
I love it.
We eat a lot of Gumbo to Go.
This is awesome. Hey, we're going to take a quick break. 10:42, a little bit of change, more Daily Show next.
Oh no, another bad headache? Yeah. Maybe it's time to see your doctor.
OSF Healthcare can handle all of your family's primary care needs, including diagnosing health issues or referring you to a specialist. Schedule an appointment today.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Munganast Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Munganast Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Munganast Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Right. Welcome back to our daily show. 10:45. I don't know why I'm choking. Troy got me all choked up over here. Back to your music stuff, man. So your show's coming up on July the 19th.
Yes.
And this starts at 5:30. It's going to run until 11 o'clock. When do you take the stage?
So I'll be the second or third act coming on. So make sure you get there at least around 6 o'clock to take part in our food vending as well. Gumbo to Go is going to be there vending some food, so you can get some delicious jambalaya, some nachos, or some hamburgers there. And then I'll get on stage and do my best and give you guys some of my new songs off my album and some old stuff as well. I got a pretty nice set for you guys. It's live energy. Some of my tracks, they're real personal to me. I like to make music that's very familiar to me. So the subjects are about, being positive, working hard, being a contributing member to society, and all the things that I like to do: have fun, party, work hard, and be a businessman. So that's what's I kind of put forward in my music, and I'm excited to show it to a lot of you guys who haven't heard my music before.
This is so cool. And now you started back in Louisiana, so you've started some years ago doing this.
Yeah. I originally started as strictly a producer. I make beats and instrumentals, and that kind of elevated me into making my own music for myself, working in the studio. I knew all the ins and outs. So when I moved to Illinois, I kind of took all those skills and made my own home studio at home, and just kind of been silently working on music and releasing it here and there. And it's just kind of catapulted over time. I got more shows booked recently. This summer I started doing a couple more things, and this big one I got coming up is Minifest on July 19th. So I'm looking forward to that.
Well, I just, and not to go on a soapbox, but I think it's freaking such a testament too, because you guys are running a restaurant. It ain't, I hate to say it, there's some businesses that you can put in cruise control, and but a restaurant is a little bit different because it's all, the wheels are turning.
Yeah.
And to continuously manage that, and also you're doing this too, where you're still an entrepreneur, you're doing it on your own. How do you find the time to balance that and the family and all that?
It's truly a balancing act, but when you're passionate behind something, like the things that we're doing, the restaurant, the food that we create, and the music that I make is all things that give me energy. It's things that I want to do for the rest of my life. So I'm willing to shift my life around to make those things happen. And fortunately enough for me, not too many things fall through the cracks. You know, I spent a lot of time with my family. We just went out on family vacation.
I saw that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That was your first vacation in a while.
First vacation ever.
No kidding.
We've been working since we've had our kids. We had our kids back to back. So they're 8 and 9 now. So
oh man,
9 years of working, no vacation. Just putting our head down, you know, taking care of these kids, honestly, building up my music in the background, building up the restaurant in the background until we're finally in a position where the restaurant is running pretty smoothly. We have a very, very strong staff, and they work really hard to do their job every single day. We're able to now, you know, step away and do a few more things for the family, do a few more things for ourselves. And one of the main things I enjoy doing is my music, and I'm back to that. And I got a show coming up, so I'm just really happy to be in the position I am, and I'm very grateful to be on the show with you. So thanks for having me.
Man, you worded that someone. You know what I was just going to tell everyone? Get off your lazy ass. Do something. Anyway, I can't do that anymore. I was going to get in trouble by the boss. So, but man, it's so cool though, because you know I love stories like that. Because so I was somebody. I haven't been on, you know, actually been on a vacation for quite some time. I take some time off and all that, but you know, I was able to go to Vegas for a few days, you know, last year. But here's the problem. I didn't Vegas the right way, and I'm telling you what, by the time I got down from that Ferris wheel, I don't think I landed. You know what I'm saying? Well, it was unlimited while you're up there, and I'll challenge you to an unlimited any day of the week.
Right.
If I got 30 minutes, I got 30 drinks, you know, and so anyway, was a little more of a hangover.
Too. You know, I'm talking keeping what happens in Vegas to the max, you know that's why you're there.
That's what happened. But I mean, to have a true, just relaxing, actual thing, it's really, I'm going to do that this Friday, and I'm really excited for it too. But I hear you though, and it's like 8-9 years.
Hey man, you deserve it. But you've been working on this show a long time.
It's really cool though. Like it motivates me though, because it's like, God damn, you know, like you're doing all this stuff, and you know, you take a vacation. First time in 8 or 9 years, it's like, CJ, keep pushing, man. Everyone else is too. It's really a motivator.
Pushing. You'll get there. You know, there is light at the end of the tunnel. Like I said, we've been working on Gumbo to Go, and I've been working on my music for a long time. And, you know, certain things take a long time to see the results. But it doesn't mean it's not going to be worth it in the end.
Well, and now with that being said, you have your own artist page, don't you?
Yes. You can follow me on Troy Green Official on Instagram. Also have a Facebook page, Troy Green Official. You can check me out on there. All my music is available for streaming on any platform that you might stream your service from. YouTube. Just search my name, Apple, Spotify, Amazon, all those services. I made it real simple just by keeping my I don't have a new stage name, because my music is so personal. I try to be myself as much as I can. I don't need a stage name. I go by who I am. I'm Troy Green.
I love it. Well, hey, Bridging the Music is presenting St. Louis Mini Fest, and really going to be great. Gumbo to Go is going to be there July the 19th. It's at the Broadway Boat Bar, and this is going to be really cool. Troy's going to be performing with some live music. There's going to be some community atmospheres there, festival style. Going to be really, really fun. And on top of that, too, do you have any other shows coming down the pipeline?
Everything's still in the works right now. I'll be out next week, next Wednesday at a pop-up show over at Members Only in St. Louis as well. Like I said, new videos are in the works, new music, and another album is in the work as well. Just be on the lookout for that show July 19th. That's going to be the big one. We're going to have a lot of fun acts out there, and Gumbo to Go is going to be there. So even if you're not necessarily in tune with the music, you can come get a delicious meal and try some new music acts, support local music.
You know, 100%. And with that being said, too, let's circle back. So Gumbo to Go caters, and you do weddings. Now, if you're getting married next year, you might want to start putting some feelers out for what we're going to do here. And also for bigger events, too, like the 4th of July's and stuff. Like, do you guys do those events?
All the major holidays, we're available for catering. Our major event is typically Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
So I would suggest getting your orders in well in advance for that. The Mardi Gras season, we get filled with orders for all kind of Cajun food, especially our king cakes. So the king cake season usually lasts around around February up until Fat Tuesday, which is the Mardi Gras day. That's the date you're supposed to stop serving king cakes, but we do it all season if you give us a call. Don't tell anybody.
I love it. Troy, man, thanks for stopping by. This has been a great conversation, and we'll link everything in a write-up on RiverBender.com and make sure that we don't miss any of those details on the show. Man, keep up the great work.
Thanks, CJ.
We'll take a quick break. We'll wrap this bad boy up this Tuesday morning, right after this on Riverbender and Road.
Fest is coming to Alton Amphitheater on July 26th. Presented by D. Smith Promotions, hosted by Reason to Doubt Podcast. Don't miss your chance to see Big Boogie and Boozy Badass live on stage with special guests Dirty Muggs, Borderline, Marquise Knox, and NKG Band. For VIP and slots, call Queen at 314-967-8999. Attila Fest. Don't miss it.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car. I have a job. There's nothing holding me back anymore.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Deep in the water somewhere, got the blue sky breeze and it don't seem fair. Only worry in the world is the tide gonna reach my chair. Sunrise, there's a fire in the sky. Never been so happy, never felt so high. And I think I might have found me my own kind of paradise.
Welcome back. Daily Show. Almost stopped Mike.
Words there.
My headphones were, quite frankly, just grinding my damn gears. I'll say that.
I could tell.
Yeah, you could hear it too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Lacy, how are you?
I'm fine.
I
how
feel
are
like
you?
that was picnic-esque music. Like if you're picnicking on the beach.
Yes. No, I agree. It's like the laid back, like have a drink, hang out, sit on a picnic blanket.
I truly believe summertime music should be mellow. I feel like people should listen to music according to the season we're in.
Oh, yeah.
Like fall,
yeah.
I'm totally cool with Creed in the fall. Like, I feel like that's a good thing. But, like, it just seems like fall music to me. That's like your beer garage drinking weather, you know. That's what, you know, Dad's playing out fixing the car.
Yeah. I like a weather season playlist.
You just, you know, and then, like, you play Soak Up the Sun in July, you know,
yes.
or, like, let's give them something to talk about, or, you know, like, some of those good ones.
Right, because if you listen to...
Walking on Sunshine.
Yeah, if you listen to that in the winter, you're just going to get depressed.
Right, you aren't going to listen to Holy Night in July.
Yeah, unless you're super dedicated.
I feel like if you listen to Christmas music in July...
Unless it's the Christmas in July thing.
That's different, 1,000% different. Yeah. I'm talking here. Anyway, there's always weird noises at the building now. But I don't know. Like if you're listening to like Jingle Bells in July, or maybe we'll say October, you know, August. I have a little bit of some questions.
I have questions all the time. I want to know why people listen to things at any.
Well, now
moment.
you know why I listen to my stuff.
Yeah,
it's all,
yeah.
To me, that's always, you know, like you listen to Fleetwood Mac in October.
because Stevie Nicks is sort of like spooky.
The witch, we got the witch dancing going on.
Yeah.
Like I witch dance the hell out of that. October time, you know what I'm saying? And November. I feel like it's rumors is always good around Thanksgiving too. I wouldn't like play Silver Springs at the dinner table or anything like that. But
God forbid.
But I don't know. Music is kind of seasonal.
Yeah, no, I agree with
What
that.
were they playing at the picnic 100 years ago?
Oh, well, it was the White Hussar or Hussar. If anyone ever can tell me how to pronounce that word, it's Hussar. And they were a band in Alton. And I've asked people that are in the Muni band, and nobody so far has told me how to pronounce it. So if you can tell me how to pronounce it, I'll do it right from now on.
It says it's Hussar.
Hussar?
That's what Google is saying.
Okay, well, let's go with that. The White Hussar Band.
There we go.
Was playing music, and there was dancing at the Valley Park Pavilion. And I assumed that was the band playing, but they didn't specify that. They said the White Hussar Band played. There was dancing at the Valley Park Pavilion. So you can put those two things together if you want, or we don't have to make assumptions.
Yeah.
And
you know what assuming means.
Yes, absolutely. So I don't know what they were playing, but sort of probably band music, horns, drums, typical band music. I know they played the Star Spangled Banner. I think it was the Star Spangled Banner during the defense test program. During that, it was all patriotic music. But the rest of the time, I think it was whatever was popular, probably sprinkled in with some patriotic music.
Has this one come out yet?
This article? Yeah, it came out on Friday.
It did.
For the 4th of July.
Oh, okay.
It might be called something else. Sometimes
I get it. Okay,
Sydney
I was getting confused. I found it.
She's so good at taking a boring title that I give her and turning it into a fun title.
Sorry, I was trying to follow the article along from my office, from my studio chair, and I just couldn't find. Now I found it. Okay,
perfect. What is it called? What is it called on there?
What happened at the 4th of July celebration at Rock Spring Park?
Perfect.
100 years ago.
100 years ago.
Well, and honestly, so what is an opening horseshoe pitching elimination tournament?
An open horseshoe pitch, so anyone could be part of it. Like
so it's
open,
just horseshoes?
Yeah, you've never.
No, I've played horseshoes, but
before?
I didn't know that's what you call like a pitching tournament. That's
like you pitch when you throw them. That's called pitching them onto the little spike thing.
I just called heave-hoeing it.
It's the official term. It's heave-hoeing it.
2 boxes of cigars were awarded to the first place. That's a heck of a prize.
Yeah. So it was 2 men to a team, and then that's why they had to give them 2 boxes as the prize, because otherwise we had to split a box of cigars. And
ain't gonna happen.
Can't do that.
No,
so
that'd end up in small claims court.
Right. There would have been a part at the end about the fight at Rock Spring Park over cigars.
What is an abbreviated marathon?
I don't know. So with a lot of these races, I just quoted whatever it told me and then didn't always figure out what it meant. But an abbreviated marathon, I just assume is a race, but maybe a longer race than...
Is it like a 5K?
Yes, something like that. I think it would be a longer race that maybe now we would say, there's a 5K in Rock Spring Park, and then they would just say an abbreviated marathon.
You know, I'm really coming to the rescue on this one. I just want to throw that out there.
Wow.
A race shorter than the standard marathon. Okay.
Okay.
Now, common examples include the half-a-thon, the half marathon.
Is it called a half-a-thon?
No. At 13 miles. And the 10K. 6.2 miles.
Okay.
I don't know. I guess a 5K would be half of that.
It would be a half-a-thon?
Yeah. And no, it'd be a half of a 10K.
Oh, that's right. You're right. Sorry. I'm just not on with my race lingo today.
I don't expect you to be. It's completely okay. Or there could be mini marathons that are 5 to 10Ks.
Okay.
There you go. All right. So anyway, back to the show. Back to Lacy.
So less than a marathon.
Yes. Okay. The top 3 winners won gold, silver, and bronze. Were they actual gold medals?
Oh, doubtful.
I
don't know, though, because...
You never know back then.
Yeah.
Who knows? A separate boys athletic program included a crab. Is there any photos of the crab race?
I wish.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
Yeah.
What's a Somerset race?
Don't know.
Gosh.
Somerset race. I looked that one up, and all I could find was like races in Somerset. Like Somerset, the name of a town. There are several different Somersets, I think. But I couldn't figure out what a Somerset race was.
Man, I'm so interested. You're right. There's nothing that pops up.
Yeah.
Damn. I'm really curious today. The go and go back race. So you go and then you go back.
And then you go back.
Wow.
I don't know where you go or where you go back. But
Just
it
go.
is called the Go and Go Back race. Everything capitalized except and.
I wonder if that has some meaning to it. Like it's an and or.
Well,
like
and
or
usually
don't
not
come back.
Capital. you can only win if you come back. If you go back.
Well, I like this, the shoe race. So I guess this is one where you had to wear shoes.
I see that has a lot of
Were these
interpretations
barefoot
too.
half-a-thons?
Was it a shoe race? Like you had to like pick up your shoes and take them? Did you have to like change into somebody else's shoes? Like,
man, this is interesting.
Like, you know how you sometimes have those, like children will do those relay races where you have to like put on ridiculous shoes and then you take them off and give them to the next person and then they run.
Oh, okay.
I made that.
Okay, no, I got this.
I don't. Oh, does it say what it is?
I got you. Type of racing game where players must quickly switch between different types of shoes to match the changing terrain. Well, I thought there was only one shoe. Like what? Like you know what I'm saying? 1925, there weren't a lot of shoe options. I don't know. Like were there tennis shoes in 1925?
I mean, they had different kinds of athletes, so they could have had like
gotcha
football spikes.
Oh, see, there.
I mean, I don't know that that's what they were.
No,
doing.
I think that's probably it. That's a good guess.
That is a lot more formal than what I was thinking. It was like everybody put on your clown shoes.
I just thought everyone ran barefoot at the time. I'm like, so they're starting to evolve here. Shoe races.
I mean, I think they were wearing shoes. I'm surprised. I want to know how many different varieties of shoes they changed into for this race.
And you know, you got the wheelbarrow race. I was always terrible at the three-legged race. Terrible at the sack race. I was the worst at. I tried one time and I fell on the first hop. I was like a horse. They shot the horse instead of shooting it up into the air when the starting gun went off. You know, have you ever heard that Rodney Dangerfield line?
No.
Where he was based on a bet he has such bad luck they shot the gun and it killed his horse.
Oh,
that's a great line.
Did you get back up and keep going, or
hell no? 50-yard dash, 100-yard dash. So the prizes were given out for first and second place, and they consisted of like these are good gifts.
Yeah,
baseballs and gloves and hats. Oh, and they gave them knives. I think that's right to give kids.
Yes.
The girls' athletic program began at 2:30, 10 and under. There was a balloon race and a bottle race. What is a bottle race?
I don't know what a bottle race is.
See, the balloon race, I think I know, right? You run with the balloon.
Just copied things down in this one, CJ. See if you can figure out what a bottle race is.
I'm looking it up. I'm
busy
so excited. Well, I bet you were. It doesn't tell me. This is interesting.
And then it's like you have to figure out in context. Like if you could Google in 1925, then we would find out what an abbreviated marathon meant at that time, and we wouldn't have to guess that it was just something under
I
marathon.
need a producer in here that just does like the AI search engine. So like we can just get all that data sent to us at once.
Well, but then you wouldn't have the moments of like finding things.
That's true. I wouldn't be able to be
You wouldn't be able to tell me that you figured it out when I couldn't.
That's true.
How would you be smug if it was just someone feeding it to you?
That's very true. So anyway, this was Joy Ball.
Don't know what a joy ball is. It said joy ball, and I was like, is this a typo? Is it supposed to be toy? Like literally, I was like, maybe it's supposed to be toy ball, and they accidentally put a J in the newspaper. But I can't decide that on my own. I have to put joy ball in quotes because it said joy ball.
There's some good prizes. I mean, and then you got them like they gave them vanity cases, and then curling irons.
Yes, and I don't know if a curling iron in 1925.
I probably didn't plug in.
It probably didn't. It might have been like the kind you put on the stove, and it warms up. Very dangerous. Also, like these children. Wait. The curling irons were for the backward race and the three-legged race. So those were for girls 10 to 15 years old.
See, at least they age appropriate.
Yeah, they weren't giving a terrifying curling iron to a 5-year-old.
The afternoon attendance at the picnic did not live up to the expectations, though. Why?
They were worried. No one showed up. And, well, at least not enough people for all the food and drinks that they'd bought. So the American Legion was very worried. They were afraid that they weren't going to clear, like, the amount of money that they had used to buy everything. But luckily, people started coming in the evening, and then they were able to not only make as much as they needed to cover the expenses, but there was a little bit extra.
Thankfully.
Yes, because this was the 5th annual one, and so I assume they kept doing it after that. But if they hadn't made enough money to cover it, then that probably would have been the last one.
Alton's largest. What does that say? DAer?
Where? Where are you?
Oh, I'm at the. Look at this. Alton's largest DAer in fireworks.
Okay. It's supposed to be dealer, but it just got printed a little weird. CJ's looking at an ad.
I am looking at an ad, and I am ready to rip it to shreds. Okay, so.
Yes.
The Altonians did gather in force in the evening.
They did.
So they did not know about it until the afternoon?
I think they just didn't feel like going.
Maybe it was
really hot.
That's what I was saying. It was probably really hot that day.
Yeah.
And the picnic was also a success from a safety standpoint.
Yes.
No accidents reported. 1 or 2 children taken ill due to the heat and sent home.
So heat probably was why people didn't come. Context clues.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
I'm feeling it now. So anyway, I think it's interesting though. Number one, the ads that you have in here are always just interesting to me. But number two, like this was a really cool community event. Mm-hmm. Like honestly, from start to finish. So like, was this a Legion event that is just in the city of Alton?
Yeah, the American Legion put it on, and they worked with the Alton Recreation Commission to organize the athletic events. So I didn't put it in here, but we talked a little like the Altonians Learn to Play article from a while ago, where they were setting up the Recreation Commission. This was one of the things that, as you know, they were planning stuff, they put in. So, and the American Legion, I think, asked for their help with this. And so part of what the Recreation Commission did was work with other organizations to provide like entertainment for the kids at events like this, which is pretty cool.
This is interesting. They have you put an ad in here for the 4th of July, and you could get dresses for $3.95.
Fancy dresses.
You could also get heavy washable silk and what's crepe? Crepe.
It's like a lighter material, lighter fabric.
It's like one of those thin pancakes.
Yeah, that's a crepe too. And like crepe paper. So I think crepe mostly means like very, very thin, almost see-through.
Well, you can get designer for $9.65 and $14. And then the hats. Look at this, $1 for assorted hats, and then leather kids hats for $1.95. Smart dresses for girls. $2.98. Man.
I know. I wish I could go back in time and spend my money
so
now.
Here's what I've always said that, like, I would only go back in time if I could leave with like I would say with my every 2 weeks thing coming in, paycheck coming in now. Because I'm telling you, I think I'd be like a Rothschild. I think I'd have enough to really rule the world.
You would have to cultivate the like aura of someone that deliberately dressed out of style.
Yeah.
Like you'd be like, I just really have an admiration for the 1920s.
Yeah.
And so I wear these replica outfits.
Yeah.
And then that would be how you had your cover story for going back in time and buying things.
Thank you. Well, and then honestly, I would probably steal like the idea of one of those evil businessmen and steal their idea ahead of time. So I would be the billionaire.
That's a good idea.
But then I would be the evil businessman.
Well, could you maybe be like good? Like do it, but then use the power for good.
But I never read the bio that long, so I always feel like what would happen is I would divert course and make sure I'm doing good, and I wouldn't read halfway through the story to see how it affected them, and then I'd get hit with the same thing.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I would trust you more than a lot of the people that have had power.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
I want everyone to take note of that. Lacey's very smart and said that. It's a good endorsement. Lacy, we'll talk again on Wednesday. And always good to have you in the studio.
Thank you.
We'll take a quick break. We'll talk with the Kurt Allen Band via Zoom in a couple of minutes. You stay there, and I'll be here on Roku and Riverbender.
Oh no, another bad headache? Yeah. Maybe it's time to see your doctor.
OSF Healthcare can handle all of your family's primary care needs, including diagnosing health issues or referring you to a specialist. Schedule an appointment today.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Munganast Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and it will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Munganast Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Munganast Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Shot a tequila beer on tap, sweet southern woman sit on my lap. G with an O, O with a D, T with an I and a M and a E and a good time. Good time.
Welcome back, Daily Show, 10:32, Wednesday morning, coming to a close, but we still have a great conversation coming down the pipeline. Now, learning all things about the Kurt Allen Band. How are we doing this morning, man? Good morning to you.
Not too bad. Good morning to you as well, CJ.
Well, and
great to be on. We're kind of out just doing some handyman stuff today. So
shoot, you can have it today. This weather's going to get warm here soon.
I love it.
Do you?
I would much rather have this than the 10 degrees and snow and freezing rain.
Very fair. Very fair. Well, I saw on your website, man, you've been kicking butt, taking names, a lot of good stuff, and coming into Grafton and going to have a great show lined up for all of us.
Yeah, Sunday afternoon, 3 p.m. there at Hog Pit Barbecue in Grafton, right on the river. We're gonna throw down, man. It's gonna be a great time.
Well, and take me through a little bit of your journey, just in music and just what's led up to this point.
Oh, I've been doing this for 30 plus years. Started playing coffee houses when I was probably about 13 years old around Kansas City, and toured with metal bands and hard rock bands all through the 90s and early 2000s. And at some point, I just decided I wanted to get back to the blues, what I learned on.
I love it.
And since then, we've opened for people like Jeff Jensen, Tommy Two-Tone, done some stuff with Orphan John and the Abandoned, Alistair Green, Chris Duarte, all kinds of stuff, so it's par for the course, man. It's just hustle all the time.
Well, and it's what I love about that is, like you said, getting back to what you learned on, man. That's what I think's super cool about this, because to me, there's no better way to really hear a musician's true thoughts through blues and really through that type of style, man. Take me through just some of the things that you feel on stage, because that's such a different type of performance than some of the other genres that are out there. You can really see the passion getting thrown out.
Yeah, well, it's just joy at all times, man. I love doing what I do.
I love it.
I couldn't imagine doing anything else. I've told people for years, I would much rather spend 8 hours in a band to go play 3 hours someplace than punching a clock. It's so much more satisfying. It's so much more gratifying. And it's a job. I don't look at it as a job. And I always tell people I have a job that every 5 to 7 minutes people cheer for us.
Right. Well, and see, that's what I think so cool about that. I mean, man, you guys are moving everywhere. Like, I saw just all the different stops that you guys will be making and all the different sets you guys have lined up. I mean, you're moving all the time. You're playing a lot.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're doing probably, before the pandemic, we were doing over 200 shows a year.
No way. That's nuts.
We're back to about 160, 175 a year right now. So
how do you balance the shows and everything else? Is it one of those things where you just live the road and you love it, you live it, or is there a balancing act that comes into that?
No, I pretty much love it. I live it and love it. If I'm at home 3 days a week, I'm ready to get back on the road. I'm ready to go play again.
Dude, it's awesome to me because that's really what that type of like the old school mentality was, where you just got out and played. You know, it wasn't, you know, it's a lot of work, but man, just to hear the road story right there is pretty cool. And now, is this your first time in Grafton?
No, this will be our second time in Grafton. We were there probably in October of last year, right towards the end of the season. We were there, and it's a really cool place. You know, Hog Pit Barbecue right there on the river in downtown Grafton. It's a very cool place, man.
Well, and honestly, it seems like just a great venue for your guys' style of music too, and really hits that setting, you know, and that scene really well. And it's going to sound great as always, but it's going to look really cool too. And man, I wanted to ask you, Live from the Red Shed, it's available for purchase and download for streaming. Take me through that a little bit.
Well, so at the time we recorded that in 22. I want to say we recorded that in May or June. I don't remember for sure, but you know, things had still been kind of locked down. Things hadn't really fully opened back up all the way. And we had released Whiskey, Women, and Trouble in August of 20. So to kind of keep things relevant, because there wasn't a lot of touring, we had this show coming up, and the management at the time said, "Hey, how do you feel about recording a live show at this Red Shed place?" And I'm like, "Man, that's a great idea. Let me call Jeff." Jeff Stevens is the owner at the Red Shed, and he and I are good friends. So I called him up and I said, "Hey, man, how would you feel about us recording a show live and releasing it as an album from the Red Shed?" He goes, "Hell yeah, let's do it." So I mean, it came together in like 2 weeks. You know,
wow.
You know, well, like 2 weeks before the show, we called him, said, "Hey, you know, you cool with us doing this?" And he goes, "Absolutely." So we busted it out, and Live from the Red Shed's been it's been doing steady. It has done pretty well.
Well, what's the difference of that live album, you know, kind of sound? Was there any different ways that you guys had to perform because of it, or did you guys just go play and hit record and then let the music speak for itself?
Well, we just pretty much hit play. You know,
it's awesome.
We just played and let it record. We did have to go in and touch up a couple vocals here and there, but that was about it. There wasn't much that had to be done. There's a little bit of difference between recording a live album and playing a live show, and really all it is how many mics you put on stuff. You put a few more mics on everything, so that when we could go back, there was, of course, some mixing and balancing done after the fact. That was done by one of our engineer friends up in Des Moines, Iowa.
Really cool. Well, you know, I wanted to ask you, you know, just going back and circling back, because you mentioned Iowa, and I'm looking again just at some of the spots. I mean, you're in Iowa, you're in Minnesota, you're in Colorado, you're traveling all over, but you hit on something a little bit earlier I wanted to circle back to, and that was, you know, that 2020 to 21 year during the pandemic when live events took the greatest beating of all time, and, you know, what could you do? As a musician and as somebody who's already been doing that for quite some time, how did you adapt to that, you know, truly, and just get through that year? Was it one of those things where you knew that you were wanting to get back on the road as soon as you can? And you know, how were you able to keep everything kind of moving forward during that? I've never really asked a musician about that, especially during the pandemic.
Well, I mean, I was stir crazy, man.
I bet.
I was tired of sitting around, not being able to play as much, because 2020, like I said, we went from over 200 shows a year in 19 to where we played maybe 40 shows in 2 years.
Wow.
You know, we would still go play shows for people that were willing to have them, but there was very few and far between. So I spent a lot of time writing, learning new material and stuff like that. And, you know, as soon as things kind of started to open back up, I can't say gradually, I've been trying to get us back to the point where we were prior to, because, you know, a lot of places went away.
Yeah.
Many places went away. So the number of venues and the outlook of everything has drastically changed. people don't stay out as late anymore. I think the pandemic turned everybody into day drinkers.
You're right, man. I said the same thing. It seems like by 8 o'clock, it's hard to. It's not as full as it used to be.
Yeah, by 8, 9 o'clock at night, people are already hammered or at home in bed, or and the Walmarts, the grocery stores, the restaurants and stuff. By 10 o'clock, they're all closed now.
Yeah.
So getting something to eat after the show is sometimes challenging.
Well, I could only, and honestly, whenever I was still hitting pro wrestling really hard and doing all the traveling with that, I mean, that was seriously the same thing after the pandemic. It was like, man, what's actually open, around here, and where can I eat?
Well, you got to hopefully you're in an area where there's a Waffle House.
Yeah, that's true. Or an iron skillet. You can't go wrong with that.
Yeah. Yes.
So you're playing the Hog Pit July 13th, 2 to 6 p.m. You got 4 hours there. And the last couple the time you went, were you able to tour Grafton a little bit, get the sights and sounds? What are your thoughts of the place?
No, we weren't able to, because I think the last time we were in Cape Girardeau the day before, and that was a Sunday night, and I think we headed out right afterwards. So we haven't really had the opportunity to tour Grafton yet. It's fairly close to St. Louis, and I've spent a lot of time in St. Louis, so it seems like a really cool, quaint little town, man. It seems like it's a very cool place.
Well, and honestly, it's one of those things where, like I said, it's going to be a great time for everybody, and there's going to be a big crowd here for this, just because of just another great, live music scene. Especially in the summer river town, that's going to be pretty cool. And was there a moment, just talking about your career overall, where you felt the most comfortable and I'm glad I'm doing this? Was there kind of that one day where it just clicked or something happened that you went, what a good choice?
I guess I'd have to say about 15 years ago when I made the full-time commitment to do, this is all I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Not punching a clock for somebody else. About the first week or so when I was out playing shows all over the country, I'm like, yeah, this is right. This feels right. Because I don't have to rush back home on a Sunday night or Monday morning to go punch a clock. Naturally, I still have to do some little handyman stuff here and there, but that's on my time.
Right. Well, and see, that's just what I think is really cool, is just to hear the commitment and the dedication it takes too, because I mean, 200 shows just don't pop up out of nowhere. I mean, you got to hit the road and you got to work it to get to that, point, I'm sure, and
it's hustling, sometimes it's 16 hours a day on the phone or behind the computer screen, sending emails, and there's always marketing and promotions to do after that. There's, keeping websites up to date. It's 4 full-time jobs is what it is. But I would rather do this than be punching a clock and working for somebody else.
Well, 100%, man. And as we're coming up on the Sunday show, 2 to 6 p.m. over there at the Hog Pit in Grafton, take us through what we can expect in the audience, the vibe, if you will, of the show. What can we expect?
Well, we're going to go all different directions. We're going to give you some soul. We're going to give you some funk. We're going to give you some hard rock. We're going to give you some blues, everything in between. My thing has always been, I kind of want to groove first.
Yeah.
It's got to be a little funky. It's got to have a groove to it, so.
I love it. Well, and hey, take me through the band a little bit, the group playing with you. You guys been working together for a while?
Yeah. So the current lineup's been with me for about a year and a half.
Oh, wow.
Sean Flume on drums. He's spent time as a Nashville session player. He originally comes from Southern California, LA area. He's done quite a bit of work out in Vegas as well. On the Strip and Fremont Street. And then Adam Schwartz, my bass player, he played with the guys that were in Collective Soul for quite some time.
That's great.
So yeah, I mean, we've got a solid lineup. Everyone's dedicated to doing this full time. So I see this as a lineup that's going to be long lasting. I really hope so.
Man, I do too. When it just sounds like you said that you guys are clicking, and that's what's really cool. And we're going to hear that on Sunday for sure. You know, you can always tell when the group's really firing. And, you know, it's been great talking with you, man. Before I let you go, what's your final thought ahead of the show in Grafton? And then also, what's the best way for us to stay up to date with you whenever you have tour spots around or just gigs around the St. Louis Metro East?
Well, our website, KurtAllenmusic.com. It's KurtAllenmusic.com. That keeps you up to date when and where we are all throughout the country. I usually do a pretty good job of trying to keep that about 4 months in advance so that we have ample warning. As far as Sunday, man, we're going to show up, throw down. That's, you know, we're going to do what we try to do every show, you know, play it like it might be our last.
Right. Well, and before I let you go, I got to ask you a couple of stuff. Has there been one show that will always stick with you for good or bad based on audience interaction? Because after all the shows that you've done over the years, I could only imagine there's like one or two audience members that stick with you from a show.
Yeah. So there was this was probably about 10, 12 years ago. We always get asked if we do any country music, depending on where we are. You know, occasionally we still play bars, so somebody will come up and go, "Hey, do y'all play any country music?" The answer is always, "No, sorry, we're not a country band." But we got asked so much that we decided we were going to work out. We kind of do like a social distortion version of Ring of Fire.
Nice.
So we were playing this down in Mobile, Alabama, about 10 years ago or so. And this little old lady, probably about 80 years old at the time, comes scooting across the stage or across the dance floor with her walker. Took her about 5 minutes to get there, but I was real patient and waited on her. She got all the way over, dropped a $5 bill in the tip hat, looked up at me and said, "That's so you don't play any more Johnny Cash." The rest of the crowd erupted, loved it, but this one little old lady was just mortified that we butchered Johnny Cash.
This is awesome. You know, seriously, thanks so much for joining the show. I hope to see you on Sunday for a couple of minutes as I catch the show, and I know that so many people will be there. And whenever you're in town again and coming by, man, feel free to hop back on the Zoom and fill us in more.
Absolutely, man. Thank you much.
No problem. We'll take a quick break. 10:48, a little bit of change in the heart of the 618. More Daily Show on this Wednesday morning comes your way next.
Attila Fest is coming to Alton Amphitheater on July 26th. Presented by D. Smith Promotions, hosted by Reason to Doubt Podcast. Don't miss your chance to see Big Boogie and Boozy Badass live on stage with special guests Dirty Mugs, Borderline, Marquise Knox, and NKG Band. For VIP and slots, call Queen at 314-967-8999. Attila Fest. Don't miss it.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain, I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job, there's nothing holding me back anymore.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Psycho killers, qu'est-ce que c'est? Fa 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 fa. Better run, 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 run away. Oh,
Welcome back. 10:52. A little bit of change. Still under 80 degrees. How about that? Hey, a couple of three things for you as we wrap up this Wednesday show. Once again, just thank you all for tuning in and listening on the podcasting platforms like Apple Podcast and Spotify. And hold on here. I'm just kind of curious. Hold on here. I want to see all the apps that were featured on. Hold on. I think I might have to mute something here. All right. So Apple Podcasts, Spotify, you can listen to us on the Alexa, Stitcher, Roku, and Apple Podcasts. And you can download the app on the Google Play Store and on the App Store. So seriously, thank you all for tuning in and just helping the show continue to grow. It's been fantastic. Wanted to fill you in on some business in Glen Carbon. Trustees on Tuesday unanimously approved more than $200,000 for improvements to a major intersection in the village. Dalton Brown has the story. The project will consist of widening Illinois Route 159 to the east and Glen Carbon Road to the south, and to establish a northbound and an eastbound right turn lane at the intersection of Route 159, Glen Carbon Road, and Cottonwood Road. The approved area will cover an approximate length of about 0.2 of a mile, according to the village's resolution for improvement under the Illinois Highway Code. The village board did allocate $209,627 for this project, which will be paid with MFT funds. That's the Motor Fuel Tax Fund. Mayor Bob Marcus asked if the village had more MFT funds available, which was confirmed. Public Works Director Scott Slimmer explained at Tuesday's meeting that IDOT asked the village to adopt a resolution authorizing the use of those funds for the project, which trustees did shortly afterwards. Village board members previously passed a resolution on the 13th of May entering into a construction engineering services agreement with Juno Associates for the project. Construction engineering will mark the project's third phase and will fund with a combination of federal, local, and MFT funds. The construction engineering portion expected to take 6 months through this process, though an exact timeline for the project's overall completion was not yet included. So we'll keep you updated on more of those developments in Glen Carbon. They've been breaking ground a lot lately. Great to see it. Also, in the news this morning, Sydney Sinks has been following this story. Following that July 4th shooting that left a 17-year-old dead, community members did gather at the Alton Housing Authority for a protest. On the 7th of July, protest organizers called for increased policing and a gate around Alton Housing Authority properties. The shooting on the 4th of July claimed the life of a 17-year-old, and at those protests, they described the victim as, quote, a shining star. Here's what one of the protesters had to say. We lost a shining star, a beautiful young lady, well-mannered, focused, and it's a shame, said Donald Mason L. Mason L. is the founder of the 100-Man Movement Crime Prevention Initiative and the FLY, the Fly Mentorship Program. The 17-year-old victim was a mentee, and he said she acted as a, quote, big sister, end quote, to many of the other young girls in the program. Lee Barham, who organized the protest on the 7th, stressed the importance of accountability and emphasized that elected and appointed officials must be held accountable, but citizens need to also start, quote, speaking up, end quote. He encouraged people to call their elected officials and the Housing Authority board members. The buck stops with you, and also the buck stops with us, he said. I don't want to have more protests. I don't want to have no more vigils. I want all the kids in Alton to grow up and be successful, end quote. Mason L. and Barham advocated for a coded gate system that will allow residents of the Alton Housing Authority properties to buzz in guests. They believe this will decrease crime and violence in this area while supporting the residents. Several other community members spoke and offered their condolences to the family and advocated for the gate system. Creola Davis, a mother in the community, echoed Mason L. She encouraged the community to come together in the face of tragedy. In honor of the 17-year-old victim, the protesters released several blue balloons, as blue was her favorite color. There will be a fundraiser to support the family from 6 to 9 p.m. on Thursday, tomorrow, July the 10th, from 1 to 6 p.m. And on Sunday, July the 13th, community members can stop by the rec center at Oakwood to donate and purchase fish sandwiches for $10, with proceeds going towards burial costs. We wanted to keep you updated on that protest, and you can see the full story at RiverBender.com/news. We'll take a quick break. 10:56, a little bit of change. We'll come back, wrap up this Wednesday morning right after this.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job, there's nothing holding me back anymore.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
When you need a project done right, on budget and on time, trust Gillahan Concrete. Gillahan handles every kind of project, big and small. Commercial, industrial, residential, from room additions and garages to patios, driveways, and more. Gillahan brings quality and experience to every job. Family owned with over 30 years of service to our community. Call today at 618-781-3914 or visit GillahanConcrete.com.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh, made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
Have a rash, pink eye, or urinary tract infection and need care now? OSF On-Call Urgent Care is here to treat you. Start a virtual visit 24/7, whenever and wherever you need it. It's just that easy. OSFOnCall.org/virtual visit.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nicello on RiverBender.com.
Champion, I may have won your hearts, but I know the game and you forget my name. I won't be here in another year if I don't stay on the charts.
Welcome back. What happened? Whoa. Hold on here. We can't have none of that. Oh, I lost my lower third. Well, that means the show's over. I was out of time anyway. I'll see you all tomorrow. We got a busy show. Join me then, won't you? Until then, as always, try your best to, of course, stay out of jail.